So as I was thinking about, Chuck Norris and Chuck, because I keep seeing, getting Chuck Norris popping up in my mind, and and then I always think about my brother Chuck, that I love. I've been upset with for a couple of years for a handful of reasons, personal. But I know he's, when I was reborn in a flash of light, that, I had 3 monks around me. And wrapped in gold, like they look like Buddhist monks, orange, but they were. One of them was my friend that, Chuck, but it was interdimensional. He was asleep in the bed, and he didn't know his higher self was one of my, guardian angels, protectors, fan club that, was here to monitor or to, make sure that I had woke down in this body after I had descended and took the fall to suffer for humanity and save you all and free your souls. I woke up in a room with, because I dove back in because I didn't want my friend to think that I was dead next to him, even though I wasn't on drugs to OD or anything, or didn't want him to think I offed myself or anything, and I still had people that I wanted to save physically and, save their souls and set their souls free. It's like I do that. That's me. And they had told me that I would fall in love. And, I've got soulmates, and that I've connected and touched many souls. There's different levels of soulmates, but they told me about true love. I was like, oh, I tried that. I tried very hard, but I wasn't appreciated, and it's like, and I had to learn to love myself before I could accept love or be loved. But in this process, I had learned, all the good that I've done, that personally I have raised universal conscious in multitudes of ways that they've showed me, and I can explain and break it down to you. If you got, if you just take the time and don't make me keep repeating it and just search and learn, I've pretty much typed it all, and there's millions of words you can find on my Facebook pages or my comment threads that I, message thread treads, which, I know that they have been hacked and are all over the place and being manipulated and used against me in ways, but I know that's going to stop, and put trademarks on all of my words, copyright, and I will be paid for all the pictures taken out of my Facebook pages and all the people that have been attacking me for the last year or so in the guise of true love, to keep me down, to take every penny I had to try to, find ways to blackmail me, mail me, and frame me before good, good forces could get with me to work together. They're trying to stop me, and because I'm here, I am the greater good, and I'm here to help people, find love within themselves, love life, love God, love all. It's all about the finest details, stop and think to appreciate all the finest details. Everything means something, it's like, but right now, I'm sitting here thinking about, how grateful I am for some of the people in my life that have been there, off and on, and some of them, even if they've caused me much, much pain, and, like my buddy Chuck. I keep seeing Chuck Norris. But, I always thought, and then I keep seeing Gray. And Chuck, I loved his sister, 12 years, still love her, always will. Love my pets. And I took care of his daughters as their uncle, and they've been a big part of my life. And they're, not my blood nieces, but I will always love them. But you know, it's like, you know, my energy, light beings, angels, so they be, is them, you know. And they said this is all predestined to be, and the girls were born for me. And I told them 5 years ago that I did not. I was like, no, this is never gonna happen. I'm never gonna look at them again, never, whatsoever. And it happened. It fell in love, and then evil forces took her away. You know, they saw that she knew that I was Jesus, and whether she knew it or not, but they, you know, had her spellbound, and, bonded, and enslaved, and contracted in bad ways to try to hurt me. And whether all or not she knew the depth and the scope of that, I don't quite know yet. But something, you know, just thinking of her, you know, nonstop, and you know, all the people that I love, which is many, you know, even though not all of them love me. But then I just feel danger and you know, pain and screaming, and you know, I was just sitting there smiling and in a good mood, thinking of how grateful I was for him and his family. And I broke out into wailing tears, screaming out of nowhere, screaming. Then I seen Chuck Norris again. Thank Chuck Norris. Then I think Walker, Texas Ranger. So you keep seeing Texas tags nonstop. Keeps thinking of Texas. And then the next thing I look over, you know, because I'm a Ram, you know, it's supposed to be looked over, and I see Longhorn, and I see a Ram. I think Texas. I see gray truck on top of 3 other trucks in a row that said gray and Ranger. And something just made me burst into tears. Feeling awful pain. Like I need to call Chuck Norris, Walker, Texas Ranger or something and get some shit figured out. Was that thought. But maybe not Chuck Norris. Maybe a Texas Ranger needs to be called. And maybe I need to call my friend Chuck. But none of my phones work. I lost my phone with data, and it's probably being tracked, so that's why it fell through the crack of my truck, which I've already spent 6 hours looking. You know, it's like wormholes. It disappears when they don't want me to use it, and it might reappear if they want me to find it later for the amount of stuff stored in it. But I save my phones because art of art, you know, all my messages I can create into books. But anyway, actionable intelligence. Advanced actionable intelligence. Easily. But I'm thinking NFL, NBA, women's NBA, Pain, NCAA. So one of my other, you know, Chris Smith. He is one of my friends that he had started for the Bears. You know, he got dressed a couple games before he got injured, whatever, but he's a good guy. But he was one of my angels when 9/11 Happy Rip. When I fell in to save you all, as many as I could. When I woke up and you know, surrounded by monks in gold and orange, you know, Chris Smith was one of the monks, and then I hadn't seen him, and the reason I know it was him because I hadn't seen him or heard of, even thought of him in like 6 years, 10 years, whatever, 8 years maybe. And then the next day, he just, boom, shows up in my life. And, you know, and I hadn't seen him since, you know, but for a couple weeks I got to hang out with him. He was a good guy, though, good friend, you know, smart guy. But I saw that he, you know, when I saw his face, that he was one of the monks that was around. I was like, hey, man, it's crazy that I'm seeing you here now, right after I hadn't seen you in years, and just out of nowhere, get a phone call and tell me that you're right here by me, and boom, then I see you. And then I realized that you were one of the monks the priest, your higher self, was one of the priests that was around me the other day when I came back to, and you know, I was like, maybe. He's like, yep. But he'll know. They'll connect one of these days. Higher self, lower self, and he'll remember that. And then same with Chuck. Bless him. Maybe he already has. Doubt it. Otherwise, probably would have reached out and talked to me. Well, reach out and talk to him. I've already talked to him telepathically before, and just gotta feel him and think it. And he probably felt the hug that I just sent him, you know. And but now he needs fucking or is he in danger too? Something tells me I need to be driving. You know, I keep getting something saying I gotta go, be traveling and going somewhere. But then something else tells me that I need to be getting some help here, getting a job here and helping them. Help me, help you. Bless me as I bless them. Bless me, bless me, holy, 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 holy I am.